Hello students, this is Akshata, your educator, and I welcome you all on the platform of Global Online. So students, for your upcoming CTET examination 2023, Global Online application has come up with a complete course where we're discussing the whole syllabus of CTET examination. In this particular series, we have started with the mathematics, which is useful for your paper 1 as well as paper 2. In today's lecture, we'll be talking about the important topic from arithmetic, that is profit and loss. So along with the concepts, here we'll be practicing lots of MCQs as well. This is the session number 25. If you haven't watched the previous sessions, please do watch it. Okay, at the same time, if you're targeting for the paper 1 and paper 2 courses of CTET December 2023 examination, so Global Online application has come up with a complete course where we'll be discussing the whole syllabus along with the following features. Full syllabus video lectures will be shared along with you guys. Through this video lectures, you can clear all your doubts. Along with that, all the concepts will be cleared in the session itself, as well as that educator will share you lots of tips and tricks, and this is going to help you a lot to solve the question paper within limited span of time with great accuracy. At the same time, full syllabus notes will be provided to you in the form of PDF, which is easily downloaded through your mobile phone as well. 50 plus mock test. Through this mock test, you can test your preparation. At the same time, the questions in the mock test can be directly replicated in the examination as well, hence this is very much important feature. Full syllabus MCQ PDF will be provided. Through this MCQ PDF, you can practice lots of MCQs, and the questions in this particular PDF are mostly repeated questions, highly expected questions that can be directly asked in your examination along with the PYQs. Okay, so again, this is an important feature and this is going to help you a lot throughout your preparation. The course fees for this above course is rupees 3000 only. You just have to contact us on this given WhatsApp number for the enrollment of the course. At the same time, you can download the Global Online application as well. Yes, so today we'll be starting up with the topic named as profit and loss. Okay, so these are the two terminologies we actually use it in our day-to-day life as well. Okay, so basically these are related mostly to business levels. Okay, but still profit and loss is something that is used in our day-to-day life. Okay, how come I'll explain you. Okay, so for example, I'd like to take a example of t-shirt. Okay, so there was a t-shirt, for example, in a shop, and which you liked it, and the cost for that t-shirt, okay, the cost that you have to pay to buy the t-shirt is for example rupees 100. Okay, so the shopkeeper told you that this particular t-shirt is of rupees 100, and whenever you feel like buying it, you have to pay that person rupees 100, then only you will get this particular object or any given t-shirt or any value. Okay, so this particular value has to pay to buy this t-shirt. So this value which you are paying to the shopkeeper is nothing but the cost what you are paying. This is the cost paying. Okay, and the cost which you are paying to buy any object or anything, that particular price is nothing but called as cost price. That is called as cost price, also called as CP. Okay, so what is cost price? Cost price is nothing but actually whatever you're paying or whatever the cost you're paying to buy any article, any object, anything. Okay, it may be anything. Okay, so that particular object, material, article, to buy that thing, whatever the price you are paying it is nothing but the cost price. So always remember, this particular term is important throughout your profit and loss. Similarly, there is one more term named as the selling price. So selling price, the word itself suggests selling. Whatever selling price, it means whatever the object is there, we are actually selling it, right? We are selling it. Okay, so if one day when you bought this particular t-shirt, now you got bored of it. Okay, and you thought that maybe this particular t-shirt is not looking good on me, so let's just resale it. Okay, so and you got one customer as well. Okay, so if this t-shirt, if you sell to that particular customer at a cost of, for example, 90 rupees, cost of 90 rupees, so whatever the money that you are getting it after selling this particular article, after selling this particular t-shirt or any object, that price is nothing but the selling price. So always remember, selling price is the price that you are getting, or the value which you are getting after selling any object is nothing but the selling price, and cost price is the object, is the cost that you are paying to buy any object. Okay, so this is the difference between the cost price and selling price. Okay, so based upon the selling price, we actually come across two different terms. Okay, so selling price is like a term based on which we actually determine which is like whether we are facing a profit or whether we are facing loss. Okay, so basically whatever profit and loss is given, that is calculated based upon the cost price only. Okay, which we'll see in the further formulas, but right now I'm explaining you by using a selling price over here. Okay, so cost price for that t-shirt was rupees 100, you paid 100 rupees. Okay, for example, now you're selling this particular t-shirt for rupees 90. It means clearly you can understand that from your pocket the money which went out was rupees 100. Okay, and money which you're getting now is 90 rupees only. It means there is a loss of 10 rupees over here. We can clearly understand this. Okay, so always remember one thing: whenever the selling price is lesser than the cost price, at that time the person will face loss. So you can simply write it down over here, that selling price, if the selling price is greater than the cost price, that is CP, at that time we are facing loss. Okay, point number one clear. Now what about a person facing profit? So now the t-shirt was of rupees 100 initially, we have seen this. Now I got bored out of the t-shirt, and now I actually want to resell it. Okay, and the price that I sold the t-shirt is for rupees 120. If I consider this to be the particular selling price, so I can clearly see that I actually bought the t-shirt at rupees 100 and now I'm selling it at rupees 120. Right, I'm selling it at rupees 120. Just a minute. Okay, I actually bought the t-shirt at rupees 100 and now I'm selling it at rupees 120. So I can clearly see that I actually removed 100 rupees out of my pocket, but I actually inserted 120 rupees in my pocket. It means clearly 100 rupees got balanced, but extra 20 rupees had been credited into my pockets, and this extra 20 rupees is nothing but the profit that you have faced. Okay, so always remember these two terms are very much important in your throughout the profit and loss topic, that whenever we are talking about profit, at that time the selling price is greater than that of the cost price. Cost price is something that you are paying from your pocket, right? So here always remember, extra money is credited in your pocket in case of profit, but in case of loss, the cost price is greater than the selling price. Okay, so just understand it, do not rectify these terms. This is very much important again, because this is going to help you a lot. This was the foundation regarding the profit and loss. Let us just go through all this terminology once, which is given in the particular slide. Cost price is the price at which an article is purchased. Okay, purchased, or you can say simply the price which you are paying to buy any article. Similarly, given in the question over here, students, is the price at which article is sold is nothing but the selling price. So sell, it means basically we are actually selling the article. Cost is nothing but the cost. The word itself denotes that the cost you are paying it. Okay, so this is the difference between the cost price and selling price. At the same time, I have told you what is profit. Profit is also called as gain. Okay, so the seller is said to be in profit if the selling price is greater than that of the cost price, which I have already explained you. Loss is the seller is said to be in the loss if the selling price is lesser than that of the cost price. I hope you have got this in detail now along with the example. Okay, so always remember, don't rectify these terminologies, understand it, then you can apply it in the question. Moving on now, some of the quick tips and tricks I have shared you over here, which I have already explained. Let us go through it once. Profit is nothing but, as I have already explained you, the selling price is greater than that of the cost price. In case of loss, the selling price is lesser than that of the cost price. These both the terms are explained over here. Now, if now this is important, third and fourth point is important, and to explain this I like to give you an example over here. So we have learned in our previous percentage classes that percentage is the foundation whenever we have to learn arithmetic, or whenever we have to solve the problems of the arithmetic. Percentage is the foundation, percentage and ratio, proportion, as well as the averages. So that is the reason only I have taken those topic first and then moved to the profit and loss. So in question they can tell you that a shopkeeper has incurred a loss of 25%. The shopkeeper faced the profit of, for example, 75%, or the shopkeeper may face the loss of 30%, 40%, profit of 70, 75, 80, 90, whatever the value is given. So this particular percentage value needs to be analyzed. How come? I'll tell you. Okay, so always remember, as if in the given statement what they have mentioned is, if the profit earned by selling an article is 25%, then the selling price is equal to 125% of the cost price. Okay, to understand this statement, always remember whether it may be loss percentage or whether it may be profit percentage given in the question. We don't know what it can be. It can be from both the given particular terms. It can be given that a person is facing 25% profit, or either whether it can be 25% loss. Whatever is given, always remember whether it may be a loss percent or profit percent, always calculate that percentile value on rupees 100. Always consider that particular cost price of the given condition or given question to be 100 rupees. Why? Because on 100 we can easily calculate the percentage. Now, given in the question, if it is given in the question that a person is facing, or he is getting 25% profit by selling an article, 25% profit. Okay, so here if we try to understand that, if the cost price is rupees 100, if the cost price is rupees 100, if we consider this, then selling price will be 25% more than that of the cost price. It means selling price over here is 25% more than the cost price. Here 25% is nothing but 25 rupees for cost price 100. Try to understand this. This is very much important. Okay, so if we are facing 25% loss and I consider cost price to be 100 rupees, so here the selling price will be equal to 100 cost price as it is, plus extra 25% on rupees 100. So 25% of 100 is going to be 25 only. So the selling price will be equal to 125. Try to understand this. Okay, this is the logic behind solving the questions, which is going to help you a lot. Okay, so what I have considered here, whether they have given us profit percent, whether they have given loss percent. I have considered here that the shopkeeper is incurring a profit of 25%. If he is getting the profit of 25%, let us consider the cost price to be 100. So the selling price will be 100 plus 25, because the profit is 25% of cost price. Try to understand this. Okay, so from this I can clearly say that now you can read out the third statement over here. If the profit earned by selling an article is 25%, then the selling price is nothing but 125% of the cost price. Okay, it is equal to 125% of cost price. Now I have explained this particular statement to you in detail, and I hope you have got it. What if a person is incurring a loss? Okay, try to understand that example. Now let us consider the shopkeeper incurs a loss of, for example, let us consider again 25% only. Okay, so what are we going to do here? Let us find the selling price. To find the selling price, let us consider the cost price is equal to 100. Okay, so after considering the cost price is equal to 100, now there is a loss of 25% on 100 rupees. there is a loss of 25% on 100 rupees. So the selling price will be equal to 100 minus 25. Why come minus? Because here the person is facing loss. So if a person is facing loss at that time, he's actually getting less money compared to that of the cost he paid. His cost price, the cost he paid was rupees 100. So his selling price will be less than 100. So if the value is less than 100, it means it is going to be minus over here. So again, if he is facing the loss of 25% on rupees 100, 25% of rupees 100 is 25 rupees. So I'll do 100 minus 25. This will give me 75 rupees. Okay, so this is the logic behind it. Similarly, given in this particular statement, that a person is selling an article at a loss of 30%, then the selling price is equal to 70% of that of the cost price. So here try to understand, if I consider the cost price is equal to 100 rupees, okay, so the selling price will be nothing but equal to 100 minus 30. Why 30? Because 30% of rupees 100 is 30. This will give me 70% of cost price. 70% of cost price. Always remember, whether it may be the profit percentage or loss percentage, we always calculate it based upon the cost price. Whether it may be the loss percentage or whether it may be the profit percent, always it is calculated based upon what? Based upon the cost price. So here are two important formulas which I would like to explain you first, and then we'll move on to the slides, okay, which contains questions actually. So first thing that I would like to tell is, first formula, which is again important formula exam point of view, and based on that particular formula questions can be directly asked. So these are important formulas. Please make a note of it. Okay, so the formula number 1 is, they'll ask you to find the loss percentage, or they may either ask you to find the profit percent. So the formula for this is, loss percent is equal to loss divided by cost price into 100. Profit is profit upon cost price into 100. Okay, so first thing, now from this formula you can clearly understand whether it may be loss percent, it may be profit percent. This is calculated based upon the cost price, so selling price plays no role in this. Okay, it is actually calculated based upon the cost price. This is important terminology. Try to understand this again in detail. I'll explain you when question comes. So yes, loss percent, profit percent are calculated based upon the cost price. And second thing, now how to calculate loss. Difference between loss and loss percent, this is the only thing that you have to understand. Loss is nothing but, loss is equal to, when a person faces loss, when his cost price is greater than that of the selling price. We know this. Right now we have discussed that whenever the person is paying extra money and he sold that particular product at less amount of money, it means he is facing loss, right? So always remember, when a person is facing loss, at that time the cost price is greater than the selling price. So loss is calculated as CP minus SP. CP minus SP. This is important. This is very much important. Okay, and how do we calculate profit? When does a person faces profit? Person comes across a profit when his selling price, it means he's selling the product to amount more than the value he paid to buy that particular amount. So selling price is greater than cost price. At that time the person is facing profit, and hence profit can be find out using SP minus CP. So if in the given question they have given us selling price, if they have given us cost price, okay, and they ask us to find the profit percentage, you can clearly find out the profit percent. Similarly, if they have given us the selling price and the cost price, in case of loss, we can clearly find out the loss percent as well. Two datas are enough to find out loss percent. Okay, so yes, these were some important formulas which I have told you. Okay, now next thing is, let's move on to the question actually. Okay, this is the question number 1 which I'm displaying over here. In question number 1, a shopkeeper sells an article for rupees 200 with a loss of rupees 20%. Find the cost price of the article is the question that they have asked us. So here the hint is, we know now that cost price One more formula, you can note it down. Okay, cost price is nothing but 100 upon 100 minus loss percent into selling price. Okay, so this is the formula. Actually, whenever they'll tell you in question that a shopkeeper earns profit, a shopkeeper earns loss, I'll give the formulas first and then come to the question. Formula number 1. Okay, so here I would like to give some certain cases. The case number 1, which we have to understand, that when a shopkeeper earns profit, when he's earning profit, at that time they can ask you to find the selling price, or they can ask you to find the cost price. When they will ask you to find the cost price, the formula will be 100 upon 100 plus gain percent into selling price. And if the shopkeeper again is earning profit only, but now they have asked us to find the selling price, so selling price is equal to 100 plus gain percent upon 100 into cost price. So try to understand, when they will give you the gain percent and the selling price in the question, use this formula. Use this formula, formula number 1. Okay, when they will give you in the question gain percent and cost price is mentioned in the question, and they're asking you to find the selling price, use the formula number 2. These are the formulas when the person is earning profit. But when the person is incurring loss, at that time the formulas are: case number 2, shopkeeper incurring loss, at that time if they ask you to find out the cost price, formula is 100 upon 100 minus loss percent. Please, these are the short formulas that you have to understand over here, into selling price. This is minus. Okay, and this formula has to be used when again loss percent is given and selling price is given. Okay, second formula is, we have to find the selling price. If shopkeeper is incurring loss is given, that time formula will be 100 minus loss percent, exactly opposite that of the cost price formula, into cost price. So what will be given in the question? Loss percentage will be given and the cost price will be given, and they will ask you to find the selling price. So these are the 4 important formulas. For the starting 2 formulas are when the shopkeeper is earning the profit, that is, they will ask you to find the cost price or they will ask you to find the selling price based upon the given data. And at the same time, this is the case number 2, when the shopkeeper is incurring loss, at that time they can ask you to find the cost price or selling price. So in this question that I have mentioned is over here, is they're asking you to find the cost price, and what is given over here? Given is loss is given. Loss is equal to 20 rupees. Selling price is given because he's selling the article at rupees 200, so this is also mentioned. So cost price will be equal to 100 upon 100 minus 20 into 200. This will give me 100 minus 20 is 80 into 200. Okay, 0 got cancelled over here, so this will give me the value is equal to 250. So 250 is the cost price of the given article. If you know the formulas, you can easily find it out, and based upon these 4 formulas, obviously question can be asked in the examination, because this is very simple, especially in the paper 2 of mathematics CTET. Okay, yes. Question number 2, a trader expects a gain of a 15% on his cost price. If in this week his sale is rupees 580, then what is his profit? Please try to actually find out the answer of this given question. If not, I'll explain you, but try to find it before. Okay, so this question I'd like to give you as a homework, and here the hint that I want to give you is, you can use the formula of cost price, that is equal to 100 upon 100 plus gain percent into selling price. So this is not actually the class where we are actually solving the MCQs. So based upon the concepts and the formulas only, I have given you certain questions. So you can actually insert the values of gain percent. Okay, let's just solve over here. We know the gain percent is equal to 15 given in the question. So just put the values. We know the selling price as well. The selling price is nothing but 580 rupees, as his sell is rupees 580 they have told. So you can insert the value of his sell as selling price. Okay, so here the values will be 100 upon 100 plus gain percent is 15 into 580. This will give me the value is equal to 100 upon 115 into 580. The value this will get equal to rupees 504.35. But they have asked us actually to find the profit. We know the value of cost price now. We know the value of selling price as well. So how can we find the profit? We have right now seen the formula. Profit is nothing but the selling price minus cost price, which is greater one, right? So selling price is equal to 580 minus 504.35. This will give me the value is equal to 75.65 rupees. So 75.65 rupees, option number A is the correct answer, which is the profit of that given trader. Okay, so one more question that I would like to give you as a homework. Now you can solve this particular question as a homework. Just try to solve it, but based upon this particular question, there is actually one shortcut which is very simple. I'll explain you what is the shortcut, but right now just use the formula that I have given you. Formula for this question is again same which we have seen here. If a boy sells a book for rupees 450, selling price is given, and he has incurred a loss of 10%. It means loss percent is given, and here the selling price is given. We have to find the cost price. To find the cost price, okay, we can clearly solve it by using the formula, that is selling price is equal to 100 plus gain percent divided by 100 into cost price. Okay, yes, so try to find it out. First you have to find the cost price, and then insert the value of the cost price in this formula. Then you can find the selling price over here. Okay, so just try to solve it. If not, I'll explain this particular question in tomorrow's lecture as well, and go through the basics ones, because this is again very much important for your upcoming lectures. Okay, I hope you have got this video. If you have got this video, please hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe it. Thank you for joining the session. Have a great day everyone. Bye.